In recent years, Hainan's shared farms have been developing apace, with over 200 of them now in existence in the province. 37 of these have a particular theme, hosting a range of activities and events, thereby broadening your holiday choices.
It's New Year once again. I'd like to wish each and every one of you a very happy Year of the Rabbit. The Chinese New Year, otherwise known as the Spring Festival, is the most important one in the Chinese calendar. Every year at this time, people get together after a year of hard work to see in the new year. Many people spend their hard-earned holiday to go travelling. This week then, I shall be recommending some destinations ideal for a visit over the festive season.
In the Wanning town of Xinglong, the locals are particularly fond of their coffee. This fondness has given birth to Xinglong's very own coffee brand. Wanning's Teeny Chelona Cafe is a facility devoted to high-end coffee.
这款是即溶咖啡粉，这是我们的新品。
那即溶咖啡跟速溶咖啡有什么不同的？
速溶咖啡就是需要加入开水，然后你要搅拌，但是即溶咖啡呢，倒了水之后1秒就融化。你可以尝试一下。
可以啊。那这个包装怎么这么小呢？
我们主打的就是它的便捷，装在兜里非常方便，随时随地让你
随身带着咖啡
对
都好。
看它是非常快就溶于水的，
而且是凉水也可以。
对，没错，这个即溶咖啡呢，0到100度，完完全全迅速溶水。
Very nice indeed.
Wang Tianci is the younger face of Xinglong coffee and has his own special take on the beverage. Not only has he developed an innovative way of enjoying it, he is also making use of local natural and cultural resources to set up a new concept campsite in the middle of the woods.
海南最丰富的旅游资源之一就是热带雨林。我们小洋桥也把目光投向到热带旅游当中，所以我们把雨林和帐篷结合到一起，打造了一个野奢帐篷营地。
The campsite is in a superb location, hidden among the hills and endowed with a beautiful natural lake.
我觉得这里帐篷的设计，包括这个颜色的搭配，跟这里的环境非常完美的融合在一起，哈，有点那种简单高级的感觉。
Keeping its original splendor, the campsite simply adds beauty to the existing allure. When choosing this site, it was the primal, wild nature of the place that drew Wang Tianci.
那其实广义上的奢就是一种感觉，你从帐篷一走出来，面对着这个湖，背靠着热带雨林，哇，这种感觉是城市里完全体会不到的。
是，其实我现在懂你说的这个感觉哈，就是站在这里，什么都不想，什么都不做哈，就把你的脑子放空啊，哎呀，真的是多爽的一个感觉。
The rippling lake just beside the campsite is really the icing on the cake.
Well, this is a really special feeling. I have done kayaking before, but one of those times was in a school. But here I am on a natural lake with the tropical rainforest as my backdrop. And listen, the sound of birds, lizards, frogs and insects, all manner of wildlife as my background music, with the afternoon mellow sunshine shining on me. Now this is a really special feeling. This was a first, and this is right here in Hainan. Xinglong's special coffee has established itself as a New Year's gift among the locals. Coming here and sipping on a cup of local brew whilst boating or camping is definitely an outstanding option. In contrast to Teeny Chelona Coffee's touch of luxury and fashion, Haikou Yaocheng Guest House oozes a classic, more traditional vibe.
Yaocheng guest houses can be found in the small town of Yanfeng on the outskirts of Haikou. Yaocheng's old abodes have been renovated and spruced up while keeping intact their typical northern Hainan-style architecture.
我们姚城村呢，它的那个姓氏是福，福跟那个福同音，然后这个福也代表那种吉祥、福气的意思。村子里的人对这个美好生活、福气的这种向往。
Wenkui Courtyard is a so-called four-entrance courtyard, and the first room I enter is the sitting room. Incorporating classical, natural and marine elements, the overall decor is in the northern Hainan genre.
这边呢是我们文苦院的清风居房间，在这里您可以远离城市的喧嚣，然后在这边感受自然的美景。 房间呢还配备了有书籍，对，躺在这里看书也是个不错的选择。
哦，
然后房间的内部跟房间的外部其实是有一个历史跟现代的一个碰撞。
啊，对里面很古朴的感觉哈。
In contrast to Wenquei Court's traditional design, the arrangement of three-cup tea garden is markedly more modern and simplistic.
这边是一个套房，然后我们那边还有一些原来的老物件、老的箱子保留下来。
古董啊！
接下来我带您到主卧看一下。
好，
这边请。
这里舒服。哦，这里摆了一个茶台在窗口那儿。
对，像在瑶城村呢，以前一直流传的一个习俗，叫关月娘的习俗嘛。这个习俗呢，就是在每年的农历8月15的时候，村里面的那个成年的男男女女，然后就会在这个院子里面相聚，然后摆上长条桌，然后上面放上3杯茶，就开始他们的一些类似于联谊的活动。
挺好的，哎，我很喜欢海南的习俗。
To improve the overall guest experience, Yaocheng guest houses offer a range of participatory activities.
Going down. Hi. Oh, it's nice and cool. In the hot sunshine. Ooh, and very squidgy underfoot. Ooh, but I can't see any fish yet. I probably scared them all off. Right. Hey! Oh, he's kicking. Sorry, mate. Well, it's great fun wading back and forth here in this pond looking for fish, although it is really, really difficult to catch them because as soon as I make any movements, it all just billows up. Oh, I'm not going to get any. I was this close to giving up, but who'd have thought, haha, I was actually a lucky boy. Hey. Do you remember when I caught that huge fish? Imagine a New Year's banquet that included a fish that you'd caught yourself. That reminds me of the old Chinese saying, may you have more than you wish for. On the other side of Haikou in Fangyuan Arts Village, there is not just fish, but turtles too.
Conveniently located in Haikou's Jiangdong New District, Fangyuan International Village of Art is, as its name would suggest, a hotbed of artistic creations found positively everywhere, be they in the form of statues, graffiti or wall art.
这边的话是我们的山水田园风格的民宿，可以看到随处都有小桥、流水、锦鲤。
有点像那种古装剧里面的这个场景哈。
没错，非常古色古香。
是，感觉如果穿上这个汉服就穿越了哈。
对，就是有这种身临其境的感觉。
对。
The village offers traditional hand-style clothing for visitors to rent.
I look quite the part, don't I? What do you mean an improvement on before? These are traditional hand clothes consisting of 3 parts, 1, 2 and 3. A snug fit, I think you'll agree.
我们汉服馆为大家准备了很多华美的汉服，以及一些古装配件，可以在这里体验穿汉服以及古风拍摄。
你们这里是不是一个这种打卡点呢？
对，我们这里是网红打卡点。
那我们等会儿合个影啊。
可以啊，没问题。
Dressed in period style and immersed in this old-world, poetic environment, I could be forgiven for thinking I'd travelled back in time. Precisely thanks to the outstanding ecology of the area, Fangyuan has introduced many activities allowing participants to experience the beauty of the countryside.
这里就是我们的龟鳖岛了，然后里面养殖了中华草龟，客人可以在这里体验钓乌龟。
哇，还可以体验钓乌龟。那个乌龟好不好钓呢？
我觉得还挺好钓的，那我们带你去试一下。
好啊，
走，我带你去。
The Chinese pond turtle is one of the most widely occurring turtles in China, as well as one of the largest in number.
那我们现在开始来钓乌龟吧。
好啊，那怎么钓呢？
先把饵料放上去，
有点像，
然后再把杆子丢下去就行了，是吗？
像钓鱼一样吧。
哎，我有看到那个乌龟有游过来的。
对呀，刚才那只呢？
它就是不咬。
不饿了吗？
等一下，
你不饿吗？
它什么时候会咬
？Well, this is a very novel experience, fishing for tortoises. Oh, turtles, I should say. Never done it before. I fished for fish and I fished for crocodiles and various other things, but never for tortoises, so I'm going to give it a go. Apparently it's not that difficult, but somehow I don't believe them. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 哎，这个不好钓，有别的工具吗？
我们
有网吗？
试着拿网来捞吧。
哎， Oh, nice. So, we're giving up on the old fishing line and going for the net. 刚看到了2只呢。Come on. 哇，真的不好钓哈，是因为笨吗？还是因为聪明啊？他们知道我们想把它们钓起来。哦，赶紧笨！哦，
它还会回来的，放在这里。
哦，这儿有一个 1, 2, 3。
哇哦，成功了！
哎，捞了一个，
捞了一只。
嘿，
它有点害怕，
没关系。哎，捞了一个，成功了！别害怕，别害怕。那现在做什么呢？可以养它吗？拿回家去做个宠物吗？
可以
啊，真的？
我们可以带回家。
我要把它放回去吧。
好，可以。
让它在这里好好的生活啊。
可以。
好。
Roads bedecked with fresh flowers and atmospheric lighting on all sides, Fangyuan at night really sparkles under the luminescence, in perfect keeping with its artistic ambience.
你看，我们这里还修了栈道，
哎
就是可以供游客晚上的时候可以来这边散散心，然后呼吸新鲜的空气，
对，
然后耳边也可以听到虫鸣鸟叫，所以整个人身心就会非常的放松。
真的是，虽然我们刚刚进来了，但我一进来我觉得，这个真的感觉不一样哈。
没错，没错。
一个夜晚的一个果园，感觉我的心现在跳得特别慢。Look at this. Beautiful, isn't it? You might have been strolling in an orchard before, but I'll bet you that was during the day and not in the still of the night. A nocturnal fruit garden is indeed a serene spot.
The night lights at the dragon fruit plantation, used to promote their growth, creates a sea of brilliance which has become one of the highlights here in the village.
Oh, that dragon fruit orchard is a spectacle to behold, as its hundreds of twinkling lights give a distinctive New Year feel. Here in Hainan, with its warm weather throughout the year, one is surrounded by fruity fragrances day in and day out. Next up, let's have a look at Hainan's first agricultural tourist spot that takes tropical fruit as its theme. Today I've come to the town of Nanfeng in western Hainan's Danzhou municipality. This region is known for its sunshine, receiving as it does up to 3 times as much as parts of mainland China. Its geographical location at 20 degrees north latitude makes its climate particularly clement, and volcanic eruptions from millions of years ago have left its soils rich in trace minerals and nutrients, making this place ideal for growing things.
Shihe Hainan Chinese Village is the first of its kind in Hainan, a fruit theme park. It belongs to one of Danzhou's leading agribusinesses, Jiahe, and opened its doors to the public in April 2022.
哎，你好。
嗨，伊恩，欢迎来到我们喜和农场。
谢谢，这里好漂亮啊！
我们现在在的这个地方呢，是我们的喜和热带水果主题公园，里面有花开瀑布啊、三叠溪，还有自然课堂，然后还有您好热带水果馆，还有60多种水果可以体验采摘。
这么多
一年四季有花开，一年四季有果采。我带你去看看吧。
好啊，走。
走。
In 2017, Jiahe Agriculture started to put the area's eco-resources to better use by combining them with sightseeing. Hence, Shihe Hainan Chinese Village was born.
现在你看，这就是我们的花开瀑布。
叫瀑布哈，按道理瀑布应该有水嘛，怎么没有水的？
对，我们农场的瀑布是没有水的。整个花开瀑布呢，我们种了5万多棵的热带植物，其中还有3000多棵是三角梅。每当每年春天的时候，就整个后山坡都会开满各种各样的鲜花，然后就像一个瀑布从山顶上泻下来，我们就叫它为花开瀑布。
很有创意啊！
而且这里面有一条我们用这个火山岩做的小径。然后从这个里面的小路可以爬上这个莲花平台，这个也是整个后山坡花开瀑布最佳的观赏点。我带你去看看吧。
好啊。
Walking up to the viewing platform, I am almost drenched by the waterfall of flowers, and every shot I take is a keeper.
I'm standing on one of the park's viewing platforms, and the panorama from up here is just marvellous. You can absorb the whole park in all its glory and see the waterfall from a very different angle. It's like a scene out of a pastoral painting. Before me, a field of flowers and multicoloured vegetation, and in the distance, green rolling hills. Being this close to nature is a great way to relax and unwind.
Being a tropical fruit-themed park, tropical fruits can naturally be found at every turn, varying with the seasons and growth cycles, allowing punters to taste different tropical fruits all year round.
这里呢就是我们的乐活凤梨园了。
好大！
对，这里总占地的话是有50亩，种了6个品种的凤梨。
哇，本来有这么多品种的凤梨。
对，它有比较甜一点的金钻凤梨，还有就是不用刀，直接用手撕的手撕凤梨。看这个，看它的纹路。像它这个纹路的话，就是变成翠绿的，比较鲜亮的绿，
就是变成这块。
对，这个就是熟了。如果它不熟的话，它是深绿色，它不像现在这种是翠绿色。
可以，我大概明白。那这个是熟的。
对，这个就是熟了。
那熟的话怎么采摘呢？有没有什么技巧？
我们首先的话就是2个手握住它，往上摇，听到？
这么简单就
对，这样就摘下来了。
完美的。
然后我们打开看一下。
可以啊，来。
The rainbow fruit platter is the park's signature dish, where seasonal fresh fruits are matched together, depending on their differing growth cycles, to satisfy your taste buds while bringing you the ultimate culinary spectacle.
Have a gander at this fruit platter. It looks sensationally succulent, doesn't it? The reds, the greens, the oranges almost form a rainbow of fruit. Here you can enjoy seasonal tropical fruits throughout the year, offering you absolute fruit freedom. Oh, I can almost taste those enticing fruit flavours now. So what do you think of the places that we've revisited then? My choices so far have been Hainan's so-called shared farms. But have you ever spent the Chinese New Year in one of Hainan's many rural settings? To finish off then, I'd like to take you all to see how the New Year is celebrated in the Hainan countryside.
好呀，欢迎来到文昌。
谢谢。哎，我今天第一次来到文郊镇，这里很热闹啊。那咱们文昌有什么样的特色呢？
文昌的特色特别多，前面就有一家老爸茶店，我先带你从老爸茶体验起吧。
哇哦，走吧。
走吧。
Among the merry hubbub, there are corners of calm to be found. Morning tea has become a firmly established practice of everyday life in Yunchang. So how better to start the day than with a cup of so-called old dad's tea?
为什么除夕的时候有这么多人出来喝茶呢？他们不是应该在家里跟家人一起过节吗？
我们的老爸茶是从早上一直开到晚上的，特别是过年的时候就更热闹，大家从城市回来，那都会约着一起喝个老爸茶，然后大家一起聊聊天。其实这就是他们的一个社交的场所。
Spring Festival couplets are an important symbolic New Year decoration placed at the door of everyone's home. After having enjoyed my old dad's tea, Lin Lin takes me to buy some couplets for her guest house.
我看有的春联哈，那个字数有一些不同哈，有一些是好像7个字，有一些是11个字的哈。
一般来说就是7个字都是经常我们卖的，是它的旁节没有那么高，所以不会显得这么长的。
那要是大门的，外面的就11个字会好一点，对吧？哎，那我觉得我们要选一个11个字的。也
可以啊，那就这么定了。
好，
我们就买这个招财入户，满堂欢乐庆平安，对吧？
厉害。
There is no limit to the number of characters that can appear on a couplet scroll, but they must be the same on each side. Expressing good wishes in such a concise way is one of the manifold beauties of the Chinese language.
你跟我们一起贴对联吧。
好啊，很荣幸。Well， 完美。Absolute perfection. Well, as you can see, we're all kitted out here now for the new year. We've just stuck up this pair of poetic scrolls, the vertical ones at the side of the door and the horizontal one at the top there, an absolute must during the Chinese New Year, and of course the beautiful lampshades at the top. So now all it leaves for me to say is a very happy New Year to you all.
As evening falls, a burst of aromas fills the village streets. That festive time of year is upon us once again. The villagers arrive bearing their own homemade food, ready to sit down to dinner together.
哇，这么多美食！
对，你先来尝一下我们的文昌鸡吧。
哎，谢谢。
这个我们这里的文昌鸡呢，都是至少养就10个月到1年的鸡，而且我们养的鸡呢就不用饲料养的，所以我们的鸡呢肥而不腻
啊，很原生态的哦。
对对，
特别好吃，文昌鸡。
然后我们这个鱼你也要试一下，这个鱼呢是我们这里半咸水的福寿鱼，也只有巴门湾一带才能够有这样子的鱼。通常的人吃这个鱼就是拿来煎，所以呢，这个清蒸也是我们民宿的一个特色。
我们文昌叫做无鸡不成宴，所以呢，文昌鸡跟这个鱼是少不了的，不了的。所以，
我看这边还有羊肉啊。
我们这个羊也是在那个红树林里面养的，所以说就在我们这边上举的羊肉。哦，这个羊都跑在树上的，它们是吃树叶的，所以呢。它这个活动量大，你再尝一下。
哎，好，来点。哎，我看这么热闹，每年都这样子过年吗？
对。
啊，谢谢。
For these villagers, a few traditional dishes and simply being together makes for a joyful occasion.
Well, I can honestly say that this is the first time for me to celebrate the Chinese New Year in the Chinese countryside, in the Hainan countryside. And what a wonderful, happy, festive and warm occasion it is too. I have great food here, I'm in great company, and we are carrying on a great tradition. 祝大家新年快乐！
这里是海南卫视。